second. I anticipate that this fan will be a problem, but it is hot, and my AC isn't put in yet. So let me just check the audio. This fan will be a problem. Let me go with the lowest setting, please. Can I just please keep it on? Let me see if that worked. Let me go with the lowest setting, please. Can I just please keep it on? All right. Let me see if that worked. Yeah. You know what? I think that's fine. I think I can keep the fan on the lowest setting. Um, if it's really a problem, just let me know. Here, I'll even oscillate it so that at times it's not even on the mic. Um, Good. I'm sorry, it's just hot, and I'm gonna be sweating, and bad things are gonna happen. Let me just pull the stream up on my phone. As you can see, well, hold up. Let me just get here first, and then we'll start talking. Alright, we're good. Put that right there. So, I'll turn it off for now. How about that? And then I'll turn it on when I absolutely need it. Move this out of the way as well. Alright, so as you can tell by the title, some things have been happening. I apologize for the lack of streams, but it was mainly just there's a lot going on in my life personally, in terms of school, and all that kind of stuff. So, school is out for me. I'm home for the summer. Yay. Congrats. Somehow I got A's and B's. Don't know how. It was a class that I pretty much failed everything in. And got like a B+. So, we're living. But besides that, school wasn't really a huge thing. Like, it's the end of the semester, and there's some work to do, but film school, you just don't have a lot of work. Especially as a screenwriting major, because you're just writing, you have to actually make the film. So you don't have that much to do. So, school's out, I'm home. But a little bit prior to that, actually the day I moved out, whoa, back up. I'm out of practice with this, holy. When I was talking to my therapist, Rachel, one day, and I was telling her about some things that have happened, and she said, I think it's best that you see a psychiatrist to discuss possible medication. So I went to the psychiatrist. Took me a little bit. I was going to go to one, and then he said he couldn't deal with my problems because he doesn't have the time or something. It was very weird. But then he told me to go to this, Rachel told me to go to this psychiatrist, so I did. Her name is Dr. Hollander, and conveniently she's located like right near Rachel. So when I have to go to her, I just pair her up on the same day as Rachel, and then I can just go to pretty much the same. I don't have to run around the whole city, which is great because I'm in Jersey now. So I went to her, and yeah, basically she said I have major depression, and she prescribed me Prozac, which is this right here. And she said start with 10 milligrams a day, and you're going to do that for a week, and then after that you're going to go up to 20 milligrams a day. So 10 milligrams is one pill, and 20 milligrams is two pills. So right now, it's been over a week. I'm on 20 milligrams a day now, two pills. And so I have to actually take it now. I have a donut. I went to Krispy Kreme a few days ago. So I'm just going to eat, and then, you don't have to take it with food, but it's like, I don't know. I just always think medication should be taken on something. Like, I haven't eaten anything yet today, so, I should have something in my stomach. But anyway, I want to address like something I feel like is a misconception about diagnoses. Is that the plural? Let me finish chewing so I'm not an animal. Okay. This is how it works. Or this is how it doesn't work. You don't walk in, sit down, and like there's sort of like this like myth, I think, that you go through this rigorous testing, and there's like test tubes, and they're like sticking needles in your arms and taking things, and it's like this big grand experiment, and then at the end you like have this giant ceremony where they declare if you have an illness or not. That's not what it is. You sit down, you just talk about what's going on. They check off a few boxes, and then they say you have this or that, or you have nothing. And this is what you do about it. That's it. It's very simple. I sat down. It was a 75-minute session, so for a little over an hour, I was just talking and talking about everything that's going on and what brought me there, and then at the end, another misconception actually is that they diagnose you like 100%. My psychiatrist like wasn't gonna really say what it was. She was like, "Do you have any questions?" And I was like, "Well, what is it?" She was about to send me out the door, and I was like, "Well, like, can you tell me like, does this have a name? Like, do I have something? Is there a diagnosis here?" And she was like, "Yeah, so let's go down the list. There's like a list, and you have to check out off like 5 out of 9 boxes or something to be diagnosed with like major depression. And then if you have like 3 out of 9 or something, it's like middle depression. It's like low, medium, and high settings." So she took off a few boxes after I was talking, and then she was like, "Yeah, it's major depression." But she wasn't really gonna tell me that unless I asked. So it's not like this big grand thing that people, even myself, really thought it was. It's just a very simple thing, and you don't go through this. I mean, some people might really be hurt by it and affected, and they might be really upset by a diagnosis, and that's fine. But you don't go through, at least for me, like I didn't go through this like epiphany or like this like cathartic moment. I didn't have like this like enlightenment or this big. I was the same person that I was when I walked in as I was when I walked out. I'm still me, and the problems are still the same. It's just that now it has a name. Um, Nothing else is different. It's not like this big life changing thing because what's been going on has been there the whole time. You just because it wasn't called this thing doesn't mean that that it wasn't there. It's still there. Again, like some people might be really upset by a diagnosis. For me, I was hoping I'd get diagnosed with something. I didn't really care what it was even. But because everything is scarier when you don't know what it is, and it doesn't have a name, it's like, well, what is it then? Like, what's going on? But when it has a name, it's like, okay, now I know what it is, and now I know how to treat it. So, because I know my mom at one point was having like sleeping, or like she was always tired, and she went to get tested for like sleep apnea, and people were like, "Oh, I hope you don't have it." She was like, "I hope I do, because then like they can help me fix it. If I don't have it, then what happens?" And this is a little different because even if you're not diagnosed, it doesn't mean that you can't get treatment, but um, it's the same sort of thing where it's like I just wanted it to be something, as weird as that might sound. Um, so that's what it is. I gotta keep eating so I can take this. Also, I don't know how long I'm gonna be on, um, because I'm gonna go to work today. We'll talk about that a little bit. So I'm a pig. Oh my god. I don't know one person who would voluntarily watch this right now. Um, I was gonna get a job at a movie theater. I applied. I got an interview. I went to the interview. Interview went well, and I got the job. Like that day, I got the job, and I filled out all the paperwork that they sent me electronically. So in one day, like I was officially on the team because I filled out all the paperwork. Um, and my plan was to do that and DoorDash, that food delivery app. It's like Uber Eats, but it's DoorDash. Um, and I was gonna like do both because I was like DoorDash would be good for some extra cash on days that I'm not working. And I started to do DoorDash, and I realized, yo, like you can make a lot of money on DoorDash. So much so that I would be losing money by taking the movie theater job. That if I just did DoorDash only, I could make more money. And when I realized that, I was like, I'm not wasting my time at a job. And plus, when I went to the interview, I didn't get good vibes from the place. I didn't love it. And I was like, I'm not doing this. So I emailed the guy and I was like, hey, like, I know I did all the paperwork, but I have another job offer and I took it. And he was like, thanks for letting me know. And that was it. That was the end of it. So, yeah, when I say I might go to work, it means that I might go do DoorDash. And the great thing about it, I gotta praise DoorDash for a second because it is every amazing thing that people say it is. You get to make your own schedule, like 85% true. Okay, the reason I say 85% is because sometimes if it's not busy in your area and you go to the schedule part on the app and they don't have a time slot available for you, then um, you might not be able to work when you want to that day. Um, so, like for example, so if it's 3 p.m., right, and I want to watch, and I want to, sorry, wrong word, and I want to go do DoorDash until 8. Well, there might be, but it's not busy in my area. Well, on the schedule, they might have a slot open for me from 4 to 8. So I can't work the 5 hours that I wanted to. If I want to work 5 hours that day, I might not be able to. I might only be able to work 4. Now, in my area, it's very strange because my area is not terribly busy, but the surrounding area that's only like 20 minutes away is a lot busier and actually pays better. So I usually wind up going over there and doing some dashes and making like $100 a day. And you might think, oh well, how much do you have to work for that? Not that much, like 6 hours, and you make $100. Um, and compare this to I used to work at Staples, and I could work literally like a 10 to 12 hour shift, and I wouldn't even make $100 that day. That's before taxes taken out. So after taxes taken out, I'm making even less than that, right? So say I make like $80. I can do the math right now. Um, if I have, it was like 9.38 an hour was the pay. So 9.38 times, let's say it's a 10-hour shift. That's only $93.80. After taxes is less than that. And for doing 4 hours less and for doing less work on top of that, I'm making significantly more money. I mean, who wouldn't do this? Now, the reason some people don't do it is because number one, you have to have a car, or like I don't have a car, but my parents do, and so I'm working it around their schedules, and I'm only dashing when I have a car. So, but some people might not have any reliable transportation. Other people, I think, genuinely don't believe how good the app is, and they say, I'm not going to do that. And I think some other people obviously live in an area where it's just not ready yet. It's not like you can DoorDash in the middle of Iowa in a cornfield. It ain't going to work. It's probably not even available for you. So you do have to live in the right area, but I live in New Jersey, and I don't live in a terribly busy part of New Jersey. I was watching, there's this YouTube guy who posted a bunch of DoorDash videos, and he does it in California, like in the LA sort of area. I don't think it was LA, but it was like a busy part of It was like around LA, it was like that area. And he said that he made like over $300 for 2 days of work, which equals out to about $150 a day. And I'm making $100 a day. And my area, let me tell you, is so much less busy than his area. And I'm making like $50 less, which equals out to like, I don't know, 7 orders maybe. And it probably pays more there too. And that's probably the only reason. It's busier, but I think it probably pays more in his area, and that's probably the only reason that he's making more money than me. I think me and him probably, even though I'm in such a less busy area, I'm probably still doing just as many deliveries as him, which is, weird to think about. Well, it's true. This donut is good, man. The key lime donut from Krispy Kreme. Yeah, I took like a day trip to Pennsylvania, and that's where I got that. I got a dozen donuts, brought them home, shared them around with the family, and then they started eating all of them, so I took them up to my room. I said, that's it. I paid $10 for these. I'm going to eat them. I guess well, let me finish the DoorDash thing first. I'm all over the place today. I'm getting back in the swing of things here. But DoorDash is amazing. It's everything people say it is. If you live in an area that has life, if you live in an area where other human beings live, then you're probably good. If you live in like the middle of the country, on a farm, you're not going to be able to do DoorDash. Okay. But if you live in like an area where there's like where that's populated, like a town, then you're probably going to be able to do it. So, I don't want to promise that, but check it out. If you need money, delivering for like Papa John's or Domino's or a local pizzeria is not going to pay as much as this. You're going to make more money on DoorDash, and you're going to have no boss telling you what to do. You're going to have complete freedom over your schedule and workload, and you can control how much you get paid, essentially. If you get a $5 order, you don't have to take it. You can say, I don't want that. And then you got like a $7 order. You're like, I want that one. And then you just take it. You know? Like, you should take all the orders, even the small ones, because it adds up. And the smaller ones are usually smaller because you have to do less traveling and stuff. And so it equals out to being fine. It takes like, 10 minutes. You're done with a $5 order. You got $5. And, there was a time I got like a $9 order, a little bit over 9. It was like $9.50 the order, right? It was like the first order of the day. I do it in like a half hour, I'm done. I already made what I would have made at Staples for 1 hour for doing like a half hour of work. I could have had nothing else going on that whole hour and have still made more than I would at a part-time job in New Jersey. Now, minimum wage in other places like New York City, for example, is like $14 or $15. And right now in DoorDash, I'm averaging $16 an hour. So even if I worked in New York, I'm still making more. And then I would have to pay like taxes, extra taxes for living here and working in another state, which I don't have to pay with DoorDash. Now, on the topic of taxes and DoorDash, you do have to take out your own taxes because DoorDash doesn't do it for you. You don't work for DoorDash. You're technically an independent contractor. So, you're not technically like employed by them. So they don't take taxes out, which means that you don't get taxes back. You don't get tax returns. You have to pay taxes when tax season comes. Like when I worked at Staples, I didn't have to pay taxes. I just got money back come April. Now, the way that it works with something like DoorDash is you have to, instead of getting that money back, you have to pay it. So this might sound like I don't want to do that. But here's the deal. All you do is you take your own taxes out each paycheck. Now, it's going to be an estimate, right? But just find a ballpark range of what your taxes might be. And just take out that money and put it in a separate account, or take it out in cash and put it in a jar, whatever you want to do, and do that for each paycheck. Just take out your own taxes just like they would. And then when it comes time for tax season, take the money out of the jar, you open up that account, whatever you got to do, you pay the taxes, you're done. Okay, because some people are like, oh, well then, when tax season comes, how am I going to get all this money? Well, you just because they don't take it out with each paycheck doesn't mean that you can't. And I know then you're thinking, oh, well then I'm making less money. So where's all this money you're talking about? Well, here's the deal. The money that you make, so say, like, I worked backwards, right? So I found out I want to have a net income of $300 a week. So I put $300. Well, my mom did it because she's a math person. And she made this formula and she worked backwards because there's also gas expenses. So I said if I use $70 of gas a week and then take out my own taxes, I want to still have $300. And I worked backwards and I found out I would need to make like a little over $400 a week. And I divided that up by days. So if I work like 4 days a week, I can accomplish that. No problem. So you just have to work backwards and find out, you can control your income. It's just the best goddamn thing. So I might go do that later. So I'm not sure what time I'll be on here till, but that's the end of the DoorDash rant. I just needed to let y'all know that DoorDash is everything it seems to be. Like, it seems too good to be true. It's true. I mean, it's amazing. How did I drop that? So that's that. Alright. Also, if you haven't noticed, I haven't mentioned it yet. We're in our home now. Home base. No more dingy, grimy dorm room with a Gatorade bottle on the kitchen counter. No more of that. We're home. We're home, guys. This is like this studio. I rearranged the room a little bit, and like this whole display over there used to be against like that wall right there. Um, I changed some things up. I think I like how this looks. I think. Um, I want to do a little something over. Where is it? Over here, because it's like a little. I don't know. It's just a bed, but we'll see. The other problem, because this desk used to be pushed that way, and so then these windows were. I got so disoriented with this mirror image. Over there, the windows used to not be in it. And now that they are, like the bright sunlight, because the lighting in this room is terrible. So I have like an LED light here that I'm using, and I think it looks okay. But yeah, so the windows, the windows, were so bright that it was creating like intense. But it was like blown out, and it was like backlighting, and it was awful. So you could probably see a little bit. I took like big black garbage bags and I taped them over the windows. I'm probably going to, I don't know, maybe I'll change those to just blinds. I mean, there are blinds, like curtains, like drapes, something like that. Because I'm not going to keep a garbage bag taped to my window, but something needs to happen there. And I like the desk in like the middle of the room way better. Just aside from streaming, just me as a person to be able to move around like that is great. So yeah, that's that. We're home. Home team advantage. Let me keep eating my donut. It's a good thing when you have something to eat and you have nothing to say. Just start eating. Oh my god. It's finally hot out. That's good. At least in my area. It was like 98,000 degrees in May. I mean, no. Negative 98,000 degrees. In May. In May. It's cold. I was shivering. I was wearing a coat. I was wearing a coat in May. What is that? But now it's like 70s, 60s, 70s. This is like my ideal. I love this weather. This is my ideal weather. We can go outside and you're not sweating profusely, but you're not freezing cold. It's like a little breeze. It's perfect. It's the perfect thing. So I think it's here to stay now, because we got teased a bit. It would come here for 2 days and go away. And it'd be cold again. It'd be raining. I didn't know where it was coming from. But now I think we made it. We made it, boys. We made it to the end. All right, level 1 complete. I'll put it over there. I'm gonna tell you, man. It's been a while since I've done this. It's been a while. Very long time. I need some of this for the thing. So this is what I'm probably gonna get age restricted for showing medicine. I'm gonna be like, you're showing drugs against YouTube policy. Or these two little things. These things apparently make things better. So that's cool. Just like that, we're done. Let me talk, I guess. I told you, diagnosis and all that. I don't really talk about if it's working. That's obviously a tough question because, like, it doesn't work instantly. It's not that easy. I'm sorry. I need the fan for a second. I just need it for 1 minute. Whew. I'm hot. I'm like, it's ridiculous. But yeah. So I mean, things don't work instantly, nor should you expect them to, and I didn't expect them to. But actually, I started to feel better unexpectedly after the after I started the pills. I think it was more of a placebo effect, where basically nothing's actually doing anything yet, but your mind is tricking yourself into thinking it is and feeling better because there's actually pills called like placebo pills, and it's like just sugar, and like it does nothing for you, but you take it and then like it does nothing for you, but you think, oh, I'm taking a pill, I'm taking medicine, this is going to help me, and then you just start to sort of, it has like an effect on your body, because you're tricking your brain into thinking that something is happening. And that's sort of, I think, what was happening with me, because medication doesn't work that fast, but I've only been doing it for this Wednesday coming up, so in like 3 days, it will have been 2 weeks. So it's not even 2 weeks yet. It's like a week and a half. Um, and keep in mind that for the first week, it was only 10 milligrams a day. So it wasn't even like, I've only been doing 20 milligrams for a few days now. And I started to feel better for the first week. And then I just sort of well, it was unexpected because I thought that sometimes you feel worse before you feel better, etc. But no, actually, I started to feel. It was weird because it's not like, again, like you don't go through like this enlightenment. You don't have like this big, like dramatic Shakespearean moment in your life. It ain't like that. It's almost like you don't notice the change. It's just, some days like when you feel good, but then you feel bad on top of it, like just general, like when you're just depressed. It's like the same thing, only you just don't feel bad. It's like, it's so weird because, at least for me, usually the way that like my depression goes is like I'm happy, and then like, or happy. It's always like sort of like this false happiness, but I'm like not totally miserable that day, and then let me turn this off now. I'm not totally miserable that day, and then like I'll fall into this miserable place, and but it's always like sort of a mix, and it's like when I was starting the medication, it's like I always expected I'd wake up feeling okay. I always expected to fall into that miserable place, and it just wouldn't happen. Um, it was weird. It's like I would expect it, and but then it just didn't come. It's like I just stay in the somewhat okay state. So it's like you don't feel like that different. You just almost don't notice that anything has changed until you stop and think about it. But something obviously, I was starting to feel better. Now, however, I'm starting to feel, and I don't know if it's because of up the dose, because some people say that you can feel worse before you feel better. And I don't know if that's what's happening now, because at night, most of the time now, it's at night. Like last night was a rough night. Just like nothing happened, just mentally, it was just a rough night. And so, and that was the first time that I've had a rough night, really, since I started the medication. Um, so you know, um, it's obviously not like gonna be fixed like that, but things were starting to move faster than I expected them to, and but whatever. But I will say I'm definitely not worse. When they say it gets worse before it gets better, for some people that's true. For me, it doesn't seem to be true. I don't know if that's still to come, so I don't want to get cocky about it. But so far, I'm okay. Like it's not that bad. If anything, I'm better already. Um, and I've even noticed some just attitude changes when it comes to interacting with people. Um, you know, I'm more willing to do things. Uh, uh, I don't know. I don't know. The one thing that it hasn't done for me yet. I don't know if it ever will, but I've been having a lot of trouble being motivated to write things. Or like I'm motivated, but like I sit down and like I just can't. Like nothing comes out. And there's a lot of projects I'm trying to write right now, and like they're just not moving. Um, and I thought that maybe that had something to do with the depression. It probably does, but you know, I guess eventually the medication's probably gonna help with that. I would assume, but unless it's just not a symptom of the depression at all, if it's just me having problems, you know, doing work, in which case it'll do nothing. But yeah, that's still a major problem for me. But I don't know, just like my attitude and my mood have improved. Whether it's placebo effect or the pills actually kicking in, I don't know. In terms of side effects, she said a few things could happen. She said that you could gain 5 to 10 pounds. Your stomach could upset you. Again, you could feel worse before you feel better. Reduce sex drive. Um, I think there's probably like one more that I can't remember. So far, none of those things have happened to me. Like I haven't noticed a change in like my weight, or I mean, I haven't stepped on a scale, but I mean, I don't think I look any fatter than I did. Um, you know, uh, so I haven't noticed any of that stuff happen, which is good. Again, like it might still kick in. It doesn't like if it doesn't kick in the first like 5 minutes, it doesn't mean it's not gonna come. Um, so I don't want to just sit here on like this iron throne and be like, I'm good. I don't know what y'all are complaining about, because it could still come or it might not come at all. I think if it was gonna upset my stomach, that probably would have happened already. So, but other things like reduced sex drive or weight gain or stuff like that might just come later. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, besides that, all the problems that I spoke about that I had still exist. Nothing went away. It's just that, well, again, like my attitude and mood regarding those problems has lessened, and I'm a bit better now than I was, which is good. Um, I think that's all I have to say about that. I have some film updates. Number one, there is a video series. I've spoken about this in the past. There's a video. It's not like a show. It's not like a scripted episodic thing, but it's like it's a video series that will be starting um, in June. I was going to have the first video out now. Let me put it this way: as soon as the first video is done, it's going up. So that could be next week, or it could be in June. I don't know. As soon as I get that video done, though, and I'm working on it now. You know, I even shot the video. I'm just editing, and I'm waiting for some graphic design work. Well, I haven't even ordered the graphic design work, but that takes like a day or two, so I'm not like worried about it because editing is still underway. But as soon as that is done, that video, because I need to get moving on this project, it's gonna be uploaded. And let me tell you, I've never been this excited for something. It's genuinely excited. It's nice to take a break from like the whole like writing a film and stuff like that to just doing this stupid fun video series. It's gonna be really really great. My there needs to be some we're making the wardrobe for it. We're making a custom wardrobe. I went out with my mom because she knows how to sew. We went to Joann and we got a bunch of fabric and we got everything that we need. um, we got enough to pretty much make like 15 different outfits, which is going to be really great. I'm not like I'm in this video series, but I'm not the I'm like a side. I'm like a side part, you know. I'm like a small little segment. I don't want to spoil what it is, so I'm not gonna mention it specifically. But it's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun for me to make, and I think it's just gonna be fun to watch. I mean, I think it's just gonna be a nice break from everything that's going on. Um, I think it's gonna be really great. Aside from that, I want to speak about Werewolf because I had said that Werewolf, a feature film, will be coming out on June 9th with a trailer coming out June 2nd. Um, Hold your horses with that one because it is May 19th. So, in exactly 2 weeks from today, I would need a trailer. And exactly 3 weeks from today, I would need the entire film. The film is not made yet. So here's the deal. If I make the film, it would filming max would take a couple days, 2 3 days. I could easily get the film done for June 3rd, and I could have a trailer for the second most likely. Um, the thing is, I don't know how to make it. I have several ideas, and every time I go down to write it, I can't do it. Like I was speaking about before, like my motivation is there. Like I want to do it, but I just it's not even that I can't focus. It's that nothing comes out, and as soon as I write something down, I doubt it and I delete it immediately. And then some things I start to write and they just go nowhere. It's a hard thing because I really want to make this thing, but it's not the kind of film like with the thing that the film is. The goal of the film and all that. It's not something that I want to rush at all, and I'm not gonna rush it. And it's something that if I don't think I can make it, the right way, then I'm either not gonna make it at all, or I just will have it out later than June 9th. Um, but it's definitely not the film that I'm gonna rush and be like, here's a film. Here, I'm not gonna be like, here, yeah, it's something. Here you go. I said there'd be a film. Here's a film. I want it to be like the film. The film that I said it was gonna be. So that's just a quick update on that. So, if it doesn't come out June 9th, it doesn't come out June 9th. Things happen. But I'm really gonna try. I'm gonna really push. But it's at the same time, it's like if you can't write it, then it's like, what are you gonna do? Also, there's a chance, and this isn't because I have like 3 weeks to go, but there's a chance it could even be a short film because I was writing out an idea, and then I realized that every idea I come up with, I was sort of like, oh, that doesn't work as a feature. But it was a good idea, and I was like, well, if the way I want to present this film is the way I want to present. If I find the right way to do it, and that's just better as a short film than a feature, then it'll be a short film. The reason that I said it was a feature up until now is because the first idea I had worked better as a feature. But the idea has since evolved and changed a bit, and so if it ends up in a place where it's better in a shorter form, then I'll do that. So the length of the film is still, like, I don't know. Um, Weirdly enough, either way, it should take the same amount of time to film. It would just take more time to edit a feature. But I'm not like concerned or anything. I'm not stressing about this. But that's just a brief update with that. What else? What else? Um, I'll play a game. Maybe I'll play a game. What should I play? Apex? Whoops. Nope. Okay. I could play some Apex. Um, it's gonna go laggy. Let me play some Crunker. Let me play Crunker. Headset on. This headset's still broken, by the way. If you can tell, on this side, there's just like a single piece of duct tape holding the ear cup on. Still works. It's just, I'm getting a new one. It's just money, you know. So that'll come when it comes. And then I forget, which one did I have here for the, is it this one? I think it was, right? Yeah. Oh, but I had it for that display. Is that the deal? Okay. So this, that's weird. Why did I have it? Why would I do that? I do display one. Oh, there we go. Inception. Alright. So that should be working. I just want to wait to see on the stream. I just want to wait for it to catch up. So I can just make sure that it's all good to go. Yes, it is. Alright, cool. I'm going to go full screen. Click to play. Alright, there we go. We're back. Oh, man. Where am I? Alright. How does this game work again? Why am I in this diamond thing? I just want to kill somebody. Tell me no one's here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I got to be in the red one. All right, I got you. Oh wait, they have the flag. Oh, it's capture the. Okay, well, I didn't know. I didn't know what game mode this was. I had no idea. Okay, hey, listen, you saw it, man. They threw me in the game. They said go figure this out. I had no idea this was capture the flag. Oh. Oh, I got bad. I got worse. I got way worse at this. I won't even brag. I used to be good. Do you guys remember? Do you remember? I used to be like, okay. Like, I used to be like, alright, he's playing. And now it's like, oh. It's like, dude, oh. Alright, listen, I wasn't even looking at the screen, okay? Alright, hold up. I just gotta get back into it. Here we go. Alright, I just gotta get into the swing of things again. Yeah, the deal with this game is it's easier when all you have to do is kill somebody and stand in a designated area. Oh, we won. When there's like too many tasks going on, that's too much for me to handle. I won't lie to you. I don't want to be playing this right now. But I have nothing else to do. I got nothing else going on. Okay. I don't know what I was gonna say. I'm just bored. I want to check. Let me just finish this game first. I want to check what time I'd signed up for a DoorDash slot. I think it starts at 3. But I'm not sure. Just want to check. Hold up. Let me just check right now. So I make sure I'm not wrong. Because then I would actually leave pretty soon. But, man, it's been a while since I was on here, and I just sort of want to... I could go now if I want. Okay. You know what? I'm going to go make some bread. Alright? I'm going to go to the bakery, make some bread. I know just got on. It's been a while, etc. But I gotta go make some money. Alright, because if I make some money, then I can make some actual content, and these streams can maybe actually be better. If you have ideas of like what you want me to do on these streams, man, let me know. Because like I said, I get on here with a list of things to talk about. I talk about it, and then after that, it's free range. So, let me get some shoes as well. I'm gonna wear these today. Excuse me. But yeah, I needed to get on here and like, you know, catch you guys up on some things. Because it's just been too long. Maybe I'll get on later tonight and play like Apex or something. I think that'd be fun. Like not a Raw Talk stream. Just Apex. I'll just get on and do some Apex. Oh, the thing that I could have talked about was James Charles and Tati. But at the same time, it's like, does anyone care? I mean, James Charles, man, he lost a record amount of subscribers. 3 million subscribers, I think he lost. And now things are like twisting where people are unsubbing from Tati and Jeffree Star, and now they're resubbing to James Charles, and it's a mess, man. It's a mess. You know, Tati basically just tried to destroy someone's career, and I mean, PewDiePie said this in his vid, but I'm not just saying this because he said it. Before I watched his video or anything, I independently thought that Tati had. I couldn't figure out what James Charles had done to make him lose this many subs. I couldn't figure it out. I was like, am I missing something? But no, he was I don't know. I don't know. And now people are realizing, they're like, wait, like, he's not actually as guilty as Tati said. And I'm just like, yeah, I mean, it kind of seemed that way from the beginning. So whatever. The whole thing with the straight guys, like, obviously he's wrong, but it's not like that's, like, Logan Paul showed a dead body in the woods, a suicide victim, okay? He lost 80,000 subs and then gained more. So I just don't understand how you could lose 3 million. Pro Jared is literally, like, isn't he like a pedophile? And he lost, like, 100,000, 200,000. James Charles lost 3 million. That doesn't add up. But whatever. I'll talk about that later. I gotta go make some bank. I think I'll be on tonight. I'll stream tonight or something. I'll play some Apex. But I gotta hit the road. So, have a good day, y'all. Join the Discord. Follow me on Twitter and all that. We can talk. I'm gonna try to make these streams more regular now that I'm home and I can make my own schedule with DoorDash. I want to also make my own schedule with streaming. I want to come and I want to just make a video streaming schedule where the videos are posted now, streams happen now. I want to have a structure going on, so that'll be coming. We'll talk about that tonight. Tonight's going to be a chill stream, just a very chill, laid back, play some games and talk. Right? That's what I like. So peace out, y'all. Have a good day, and I'll see you later.